Oh my God. There's a fuss for everything, isn't there, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the SPFL show. Sharpdiv here, doing the intro because your man CJ over there, his tongue is very swollen. I don't know how this has happened. Probably a lot of shouting yesterday at the game, but I'm sure we'll get on to that. There's a lot to talk about, a massive one, but there's also some SPFL fixtures that we need to get into first. But first, let's hear for the guys. Ryan, how are you, mate?
I need to put it words, really.
Right, let's move on for that. Let's move on for that. Gogsy, you were at the match in hospitality, weren't you?
I was indeed.
How did you fucking worm yourself in there, mate? Jeez, oh.
Well, my friends at Mitre Sports messaged me saying, "Do you want 2 free tickets?"
He just fucking gave a shout out at the SPFL show.
He would get a sandwich at anybody's door, honestly.
Fucking a minute in and he's already shouting out his fucking sponsors. What a dickhead.
Well, not only that, but they manufacture the SPFL balls, so
fair play. And you're in with them, like chalk and cheese.
Was
it good though?
Oh, it's class.
Ryan,
the way it started, had a half time was amazing.
Aye, cheers for rubbing that in, mate. I was watching on the telly, unfortunately. Ryan, you were at the match. I'll let you finish, mate. I was just joking. How about you, mate? You all right?
Oh, I'm superb. I'm fantastic. I'm still recovering, getting there, but good wee weekend, and I echo Gogsy's thoughts of a good wee Hampden experience yesterday. Once more, I look forward to
your man CJ. Would you want to give us a few words, bro? Let the people know what's the matter with you, man.
Alright, if you've been a long time viewer, you kind of get sick a lot. Whenever I get sick, I get a swollen tongue and a swollen back of my throat, so I'm fucked. So Div's going to be doing a lot of the majority of this, and that's why I'm so fucking drugged up in the ice. I'm not actually on drugs, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just heavily medicated, to do this show. Also, people's asking, where is CJ? Am I blank again? Or is that
joking? I think this is probably a meme. Right. It's probably a meme at this point where people just say that now. Eh? I will check.
You've got to start eating your Brussels sprouts, CJ. That is the message.
But why don't
mate? They're green. I didn't eat nothing green, not even green pot noodles.
Oh my days! Especially after yesterday. And I'm done with Hamilton as well, but I'm sure we'll get into that. Right, should we get into the games, lads?
Let's do it. Let's go.
Let's do it.
CJ, you're all right. CJ, you're all right. Right, Ryan, start us off, mate. Pick us a wee game to chat about.
Right, okay. I'm going to, do you know what? Since you've already brought it up, I'm going to start off with Hamilton and St Mirren. Decided to go with that. So every week, I think CJ, you always kind of vouch for how well St Mirren play and how they look going form, how you have confidence in them. Yep, up to ninth for the table with what was a really good performance again at Hamilton. They should have won 3 or 4-0 if they took their chances. At the end of the day, didn't take their chances, but they still got the win. And it was a fantastic goal as well to add that into the bargain. Hamilton just looked so easy to cut open. It just seems like St Mirren were getting into them all the time. Obviously, Hamilton as well went down to 10 men. It was a red card. I think I don't know if anyone wants to talk. I'd say it was a red card anyway.
Yeah,
but to keep it short and sweet about that game, St Mirren, I do believe, even though they've struggled coming into this season, they've only got not even a handful of wins. They definitely have the kind of the value to them that's going to try to get them to stay up in this league. I think they will stay up just purely because I think they're one of the only teams down at that end of the table who are willing to go forward and play football at that. And it's going to benefit them against teams like Hamilton, as shown in this game away from home on a plastic park isn't easy for anybody. But St Mirren, they were very unlucky with a few of their chances, but they got what they needed to go over the line with it, I suppose.
That's it. They had the woodwork 3 times. They were very unlucky during the match, as you guys have obviously said. I like watching St Mirren. I think they're exciting. They've got some young, really good technical players. I think sometimes that's to their detriment. They maybe don't have an out-and-out goal scorer, but eventually they managed to get the goal in the game. I thought McPherson's finish was a belter as well. He was the one that hit the crossbar for a free kick, which was class. I just thought St Mirren really deserved this game. And as I say, I'm done with Hamilton, guys. The love affair with Hamilton is over.
It can never be over, Div. It can never be over.
It's got nothing to do with last week, midweek. Nothing at all. You know what I mean? It's just because Dougie's out the picture. That's it.
See what I wrote as well in my notes for. See that McPherson? Do you know think it looks more like Jamie Vardy than Jamie Vardy does? See what I see it.
Now that you say that,
you're coming for aye.
I've never seen the two of them in the same room.
Have you ever?
Never.
I think he's pulling double shifts. Gogsy, what you got to say about the game?
Good.
All I've got to add is I think that extends Hamilton's winless run to 10 games.
Yeah, never even realised it was that bad. Like
that's crazy, man.
Me neither.
I bet you like that, Gogsy. I bet you that's tickling you.
I'm
not fussed. I'm looking up the way.
I suppose.
What a line, mate. What a line. I like that.
There was obviously a red card in the game as well. Do you want to talk us through that, Gogsy, and your thoughts on that? I think we're all saying that it was a red. But do you want to just kind of elaborate and let people know what happened?
It was a good professional foul to give away if you're winning a game, but
I don't like you can see.
You can't argue for it.
Yeah, exactly.
If your team's up 1-0 in a game where, if your team's up 1-0 and the other team are chasing you, that's what I was trying to say, and you do that in the 90th minute, whatever. But come on, it's in that situation, 100% red card. Don't think anybody is going to really argue that. I've not seen anybody in the chat anyway, but I would certainly, I wouldn't attempt to.
Absolutely.
You can see there that Lewis McLean is absolutely right. And is it time that Hamilton finally get relegated? Because they flirted with it over the last couple of seasons, but is this going to finally be the year? Because there were worries about St Mirren, but they're picking up the form. They're up to 9th. Is this year Hamilton Day start to slip away? Would you agree with that, Ryan?
Well, I hope so, first of all. I feel like I'm very, very cruel. Like, people who watch my channel know that I just can't stand Hamilton. They're just the most un-Premiership club in the Premiership. No offence, Hamilton fans, but I do want to see them go down. It's a toss-up still, and I said it last week, the way that St Johnstone were going, I think St Johnstone would be the team who go down, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago. For me, it is a toss-up between Hamilton and St Johnstone, but I never knew what Gogsy said about the 10 games without a win. That is worrying.
So that changes it for me. That changes my opinions on it a lot as well. Because you look at Hamilton, I think they have improved a wee bit, and they've been a wee bit further up the table this season for the majority. But exactly, not to win a game in 10, that's poor going, isn't it? That's just, it's not good enough. That's relegation form right there.
With January coming up, there's a potential to maybe do something, bring in a couple of players.
What are they going to do? I don't see.
I know exactly. I know they're not a team that's going to, even like Hibs and Hearts, they can do something in January. Yeah, this is a team that has the kind of slim pickings. They need to just find somebody with extreme luck. And is it going to happen realistically? No, but it's something they need to probably look into at least.
I've actually got in my notes there that the Hearts and St Johnstone's favourite team is Hamilton, because they're probably going to save them for getting relegated.
Well, until we see a new manager come in, you're right there.
Do you want to move on to the next game, Dev?
Let's do it. I'll pick it this time. I'm going to go for Livingston versus Killie. Kind of surprised at the scoreline, but not at the same time. We know that Livingston have got this in them. They've got this in them every now and again, where they just come up with this result you maybe didn't see happen. You could see them beating Kilmarnock on a normal day and stuff like that, but to absolutely hammer them 3-0, and it was chance after chance after chance. The first goal goes in from Guthrie, set piece. Livingston back to doing what they're good at, scoring goals for set pieces, and it was just non-stop after that. Second one through Dykes. He's went through a goal drought as well, but he's back in the score sheet, and I thought that he played he played really well in the game. He was unlucky not to get a double as well. It was great defending for the Kilmarnock defender, but then they finally put the game to bed through, it was Lawless, who's another great player for them, great midfielder. He put the game to bed 3-0, and that's all she wrote.
I've got my notes here. That's Livingston's first win in 11 games, because they've been struggling since they never actually won since they bet Celtic all the years, and that's what we've been talking about. When is the win going to come? I don't think any of us were predicting a 3-0 hammer of Kilmarnock, who was starting to pick up the results and pick up the form. But just touching on Sunday, I thought Dykes was excellent. He was involved in every single one of the goals, and we could have potentially seen a goal of the season right at the start of the match, where he flicks it with his foot over the defender. The Livingston player runs through, back heels it, and the boys got the simple job of just putting it any side of the goalkeeper, but he smashes it straight at the goalkeeper. But I thought Dykes was excellent. He was involved, and you see his assists right the last bit there as well. He was excellent.
He's got potential, 100%. I look at him and I see a lot of attributes that Sam Cosgrove had when he first went to Aberdeen. He's raw, fast, powerful. If anything, he's had a better start in terms of goals in the top flight.
Yep.
And I know he's went through that drought, but it was really important for him to get that goal and to have that big performance, and I think this was it, and maybe he can go in and kick on for that. He's going to be up, he's going to be down, but he's definitely got some potential there. Gogsy, what do you think about them, mate?
Well, you've got nothing much else to answer for, but I thought Dykes played really well. 2 really well taken goals, and
cheers, Gogsy.
The one thing I want to say about Dykes is he's sort of got that trait where he seems to play well against the better or bigger teams. When he's not expected to do much, he seems extra motivated. I think when you get motivated to play against the teams that's around him. I think that's when he'll really take the next step up in his career. He's got to find that level because he can do it against Celtic. He can do it against Kilmarnock. Again, I'm not trying to say Kilmarnock's a big Celtic, but you get what I mean. They're a bigger team. They're playing really well, and it seems to be the better team. He plays better. So it's very interesting. Even against Rangers, he had a very, very good game, especially at Ibrox. I thought he was excellent until he got sent off. But definitely seems like a big game player. But again, he's young, and hopefully more goals will come in his game.
I just not against Rangers. Hopefully, it's just against the other team for the other side of the city.
And the Dugout Football Channel actually writes in Steve Lawless is Livingston's top goal scorer this season.
Interesting.
That was something I was going to bring up. I was when it came to my analysis of the game. I think we were touching on how well the Dykes was playing, but it's Lawless. I think for me, I think it was the star man in this game. Even from as much as we do get to see from a point, a non-televised game, but even just in the read-ups and reading about the game and that, he seemed to get the write-up. Sorry, he seems to have been getting a lot of praise for this game, and he's somebody who at first hand I've seen before. I think he has got a wee spark in him. He's a good wee player. He's tricky to deal with. On the other side, and that's the thing. Livy have got the potential. The potential that nobody expected when they first came up to division to do this to teams, Kilmarnock and Hearts and Hibs, all the other teams in the top half of the table. Killie, on the other hand, I think that's them now, and that's a very statistic-based episode. Gogs has already brought up one in the last game. 1 win in the last 5 now, Killie, after picking up a really good wee point.
Nailing the start.
7.
Picked up
1 win in 7.
7. Wow. 7, there you go, just as bad as 7. There you go.
Keep me right there, mate.
Keep me right, the mathematician.
I've got it all here.
1 win in 7, right? That's they picked up a good bit of form. They need to just get some confidence back again. They need to get a couple of wins going in a row. They're not in a tragic situation. They're still 5th in the table. They're still, it was just this at the weekend was a result that I don't think anybody on either side would have expected. And that's fair play to Livy. And fair play to players like Lawless and Lyndon Dykes as well, I suppose, as much as it pains me to say.
And I just want to mention something else just before we move on to the next game. Someone else I thought had a really good game was the Kilmarnock goalie. Would he make 6 or 7 saves in the game? Like, he kept that from being an absolute pummeling. So it seemed to be like the weekend of goalkeepers, and he was one that really, really stepped up for me. And I thought he was absolutely excellent. I thought he really, really was a good player in the game, and he sort of kept them in it as long as he could. But Livingston were genuinely slapping them off silly. It was only a matter of time.
It was only a matter of time, and it showed in the final result as well, didn't it?
Definitely.
But anyway, we'll move on. Gogsy, do you want to pick the next game, mate? I'm pretty sure you're excited to talk about one.
Yeah, I want to talk about the Motherwell Hearts game.
Oh, surprise.
I've
got so many notes for this.
Yeah. The third meeting between the two sides this season was ultimately decided by a Christopher Longstrike late in the first half. Following tricky wing play. Yeah, love it. Christopher. Following tricky wing play by Jermaine Hilton to ensure the 3 points stayed in Lanarkshire on Saturday. Hearts, in my opinion, started the brighter. They played better football in the first half, but as Motherwell grew into the game, Hearts weren't really threatening much, and the result ended up being a fair reflection, in my opinion. Motherwell came out of the traps in the second half and dominated for 25 minutes or so, and really should have had a second goal through Alan Campbell, but for some dodgy refereeing keeping Hearts in the game, it meant for a really bedwetting last 15 minutes as Hearts threw everything but the kitchen sink at us, and Mulroney got sent off for telling the referee to fuck off.
That was my favourite part of the game, by the way. I've actually got a favourite part of the game.
I watched back the highlights and I seen him get the red card. I was like, what the heck? Like, I had to put it back and watch it. I was like, right, okay, right.
It wasn't the fact that they said, oh, fuck off when the referees walked by him. It's the fact that he turned around, looked directly in his eyes and went, fuck off.
I respect that. I respect that.
No. Can we just say, has he got any right to feel annoyed? Should that have been a free kick? Because you saw the reaction for the Hearts players and Berra especially. It doesn't look like he really touches the player. Should have been a free kick. Was he right to tell the referee to fuck off?
I don't know if it was a free kick or not, but
I don't think so.
It was just an act of frustration. But I mean, it was just the TV cameras had a perfect angle of Mulroney just turning around to say, fuck off.
It's just, it's a definite red card. You can't say it to the referee.
As much as you want to.
As much as you want. We have the right. We're lucky enough to be sitting in stands and shout whatever the fuck they like, right? You know, but when you're on the pitch, you know, you got to, I suppose, as hard as it might be, you got to respect the people officiating the game. Yeah. And he's done the work that many players have had to do before for the kind of behaviour. So.
No, you can fuck off.
That's right.
Shocking, eh?
Dev, I just want to... Shocking, eh? I want your opinion, because obviously you spoke about this a lot in the chat before we actually went live on the show. The offside goal for Motherwell. In case anyone hasn't seen that in this chat, can you please break down this offside goal that was ruled out for Motherwell?
It's absolutely embarrassing, honestly. It's dreadful. I don't know what you were feeling at the match, Gogsy. Probably not as bad because you were actually winning the game, but to break it down, Christopher Long, who had an amazing game, I thought, scored the goal obviously as well. Yeah, he breaks down the right wing. He's almost on the byline. He cuts it back to, I'm not sure who it was, Gogsy, but I think it was a midfield runner who has a shot. Somebody comes in at the back post and taps it in, and the flag goes up. It's only on reflection that you realise Christophe Berra is basically on the sideline, right in front of the referee. He's in front of the guy that strikes it. And the two boys at the back post, the two Motherwell players at the back post are miles on side. It's not just Christophe Berra. It's not just Christophe Berra who's right in the eye line of the referee. Well. It's also Mulroney who's out at the left back position right in front of the linesman. And that was dreadful. And another day, there would have been a lot more talking about that if Motherwell hadn't picked up the 3 points. Definitely. If it was a 1-1, if Hearts were able to go in and win the game. That was embarrassing to the highest degree. That was so bad, guys. And what did you think?
It was embarrassing. I mean, we're used to that. We're going to talk about probably this later on in that as well. But the state of officiating in Scotland is embarrassing, and it is holding the football back, because we've got teams that's trying to play football, we've got teams that's trying to play, but what's holding us back constantly is the referee standard in this country. It's embarrassing. I mean, the both of them's 3 yards on. It's not as if it's a close one. He's 3 yards.
It's almost one of those ones because he's tapped it in right on the line. They've almost thought, he must be offside because he's came from nowhere. He's came to the blind side. They're guessing when they should just know. They should know, because in the eye line of the referee, Berra's playing him on side by a mile, and the linesman's looking right across the line, and there's a player. If there's any doubt, there's a player right to the right of him on his peripheral. It's an easy decision for the officials to make, and it should have been 2-0 to Motherwell, 100%.
Switching over from the Motherwell discussion, obviously we're going to talk about Hearts very briefly, because they've hired a new manager now after.
They have indeed.
After 6
they've hired a new manager, Daniel Stendel.
Yes.
From Barnsley. You're welcome.
I just want to say, have you heard the drama that's happened today from the manager situation? Have you seen this?
No. Let's go.
Barnsley's released a statement saying that Hearts approached them wrongly, or something. I can't remember the exact phrasing of it.
Poached them.
Hearts have now responded themselves. Ange wrote a statement back saying there's been no ill doing, everything was done correct to the standards, but it just shows you the circus at Hearts shows absolutely no sign of stopping. So I don't know where this could actually go.
Was this because Stendel was on gardening leave, I think, at Barnsley?
Exactly. He shouldn't be able to leave. He shouldn't be able to sign for a team, apparently.
And
negotiation,
surely. Compensation.
Yeah, exactly. I think they're trying to get a wee bit of money for Hearts, but they'll get nothing for
it.
She'll no budge.
Nice clip. I enjoyed that one.
Well
done.
Well done.
Well done, I like that.
It
was an accident.
Right.
I must say that, but on the other side of Hearts things, I mean, I know they lost and they really need the change to happen as soon as possible. But it wasn't the worst performance that Austin McPhee has produced. But
no, they definitely played really well.
But at the end of the day,
they had no end product, and they had 4 up front at one point.
I thought Machino was a menace as well in the game.
That's a team that I think that is talking about January. I think Hearts are a team that have to do something. They need. I know they have.
They need to offload as well, Ryan. To be honest,
that's another thing I was going to touch on. There's players there that shouldn't be there. They could get rid of, cut the wage budget down. That's a financial aspect of it. Or they could also just really benefit from losing some players in that team, even people who start as well. It's a team that in January they do have some money there, a bit more beneficial, a bit more advantage than Hamilton. So. I don't know. If it gets done, that's the question. Now that they've signed a new manager in, there's money involved with that. Will they be willing to spend money in January? Don't know. Big question marks around it. But Stendel will know if he comes in and find all the rest of what he wants from the team, and maybe he'll bring in some players.
No.
Can I just say as well, it's not really an inspired signing. I know a lot of Hearts fans, especially JVC camps, like his opinion being on, like Barnsley's rock bottom in the league.
And
like
he's been sacked, obviously, as well.
And he's been
Or
sacked.
left or resigned.
So after taking 6 weeks, was it 6 or 7 weeks now to appoint a manager, it's someone who was tanking a team and is a bit shite.
I wasn't expecting them to get somebody spectacular, but when Levine left or was sacked, resigned, or just stepped up, I don't know what he's doing, just stepped behind the curtains, I don't know what's happening. But when he done that, Anne Budge had an interview and she says that there's been some other high-profile managers that have came to Scotland and they were looking to do the same. I'm sorry, but the sacked Barnsley manager is not a high-profile manager from Scotland. Hibs, I think, have put them to shame, to be honest, with the way that they done it, with the way that they get a manager. They get a really good manager.
Did they know they within 2 weeks as well?
They done it very quickly. They
done
it quickly.
Hearts sacked their manager 5 days before Hibs sacked theirs, and Hibs acted much quicker. And look at the rewards that Hibs have reaped since.
Exactly. I think it's been about 7 weeks since Levine was sacked. It's around about that mark. 7-8 weeks. That's just too long. And to bring in this guy, I don't know if they've approached others and they've just been like, nah.
Surely this is a point, because she's went right back and I've heard the Howard says, we're looking for it, and I believe this was the quotes that I heard in Radio Clyde anyway. Her quotes were they were looking for a high reputation, experienced manager to come into Hearts and change things. They've not got somebody of a high reputation. Before he was linked to this job, personally, and once again, I don't want to come off as disrespectful. I've never heard him in my life. And I mean, where's his accolades that bring him to the standard that Anne Budge did once speak about? She's went right back in her word, and surely that's proven that people have went in and said no. And has that got something to do with the whole kind of director of football stuff and all that, and Craig Levine maybe still being there, or even just Anne Budge herself? If people walked in at this interview, or they walked in and been offered the Hearts job and they went, no, not a chance.
I know, it's a bit messy, very messy, I would say. Right, moving on for that, CJ, do you want to pick your next game, my man? If you're feeling up to it.
I've
got to say as well, CJ, before you continue, man, big credit yourself for turning up. You know,
cheers, man.
Not everybody would turn up when they're sick, especially after that result. So everybody said in the comments as well, it's good he turned up and soldier on, my man. So cheers, let's go.
Spfl show loyal, mate. The next game I want to talk about is going to be the Hibs 3 Aberdeen 0 game, because that was a game it was actually a very good game of football with chances created for both sides, and it was just two teams that was like, right, let's see who's the better team. Let's see who can attack who. It wasn't a defensive game, and Jack Ross gets them back to winning ways, and I thought it was a fantastic performance. Aberdeen, obviously, they played their cup final on Wednesday, and they came into this game and just got absolutely slapped by a clinical Hibs team. And I thought, again, mate, we've talked about this the last couple of weeks, Canberra was brilliant, and Scott Allen, I mean, you see that first goal, that's class. Like, I can't really like to make fun of that pass and the way the media treated it, but that pass to Scott Allen is absolutely sensational. And behind the two centre backs, the full back and the centre back, opens the ball up. Fantastic. Do you want to take a wee bit there, because I can't talk any longer?
Honestly, that wasn't the only pass Scott Allen done in the match. That was the best one, but there was 2 or 3. And you're right, everybody does slag him for that pass. That pass was a sensational pass. It just probably was, it was over dramatised and stuff like that. And he's done it a few other times since. He's done it a few other times since, and it's not a one-trick pony. He's shown that he has got quality. Listen, I don't think anybody could dispute the technical ability that he's got. In fact, I think he's got a lot more ability than a lot of midfielders that have made it higher than him and won his fucking foot. Do you know what I mean? It's just whether he has that attitude, and it's that I think I doubt him on, that attitude, always want to get better, to be fitter and stuff like that. And I think that's maybe what has let him down. But this season, he's just doing bits.
I think he's got a point to prove as well, because he has got the talent. He's just made wrong career move after wrong career move, and he's kind of chose the money throughout all his career, but now it looks like he's back playing football. And Ryan, this is obviously your left bollock, a football team. So I want to hand you over and just to speak about this Hibs team. How are they playing under Jack Ross? What did you think about the game?
I love how you make it as if I'm a loyal follower of the Hibs. I do love it. But anyway, the thing I was going to bring up about Hibs is I think what Jack Ross has done, and he's came in here and he's done really well, is he's utilising players who have a lot of talent that will not be utilised in the slightest at the start of this season. I think we're seeing a lot more like even Canberra, who we all know has talent there. I thought in this game he looked brilliant. He got himself a goal. He looked very creative. The way I seen him hold it holding up the ball and stuff as well. I thought he looked like a really good player. This is a point I remember at one point we were playing Hibs last season when I think it was just Neil Lennon must have just been sacked or something like that, or maybe Lennon was still in charge. And I remember there was a few Celtic fans I heard walk at that stadium saying he'll play for Celtic one day. I rubbished it off, but he's a player's got talent. I'm not saying he's a Celtic player, but he has got talent there. And people
Lazio's watching him.
He plays well. But what was I was going to say? Players like Martin Boyle as well. Like he
stepped up big time.
Talent, and he stepped up in this game especially very well. Defensively, there was a couple of great tackles in the game. They looked a lot more. Even though Aberdeen did have chances, spoke about that. Marciano making a few good saves. I think every player in this game looked as though they stepped up and are playing on another level than what they were. And I don't know if that's just a general, kind of momentum shift or a morale boost, whatever, since Jack Ross came in. But what he's doing is he's playing players in suitable roles, getting the best out of them. And it is a real change for Hibs. And as we've already spoke about the contrast between them and Hearts, this is a team that are,
they're only up. They're getting better. The managers came in and they've turned it positive. I don't know about that. On you go. CJ, you got to read that or not?
Yeah, Cabby McFarlane writes in, Boyle was absolutely rapid. Nobody's catching him when he's fit. And he was definitely one of those ones that benefited for the passes for Scott Allen in behind the defence all day. Scott McKenna, there's a lot of things about saying about the £8 million man, but he's not exactly the quickest.
Aye.
And I think Boyle honestly roasted him.
Even the Canberra goal, CJ, he came in flat-footed and he turned them inside out like a plastic bag that was in the back of the net.
He's one that's really disappointed this season. Obviously, I didn't really ken that many Aberdeen fans apart from Esra. But he's one that's obviously he wanted to go away in the summer and everything like that. He handed in a transfer request, it was rejected and all this stuff. He just doesn't look like he wants to be there. It definitely seems like he has checked out mentally. But one thing I do want to say though, kind of what Ryan touched on it with the goalkeeper, Marciano, he really kept Hibs in this game until Hibs started to click, because you look at the first 20 minutes, maybe even 30 minutes of this match, it was all Aberdeen. Sam Cosgrove. And one bit I actually really liked, and I don't think I'd ever say this about Sam Cosgrove, is when he had one of the chances of the first half, it was a fantastic save by the goalie, and he side and then walked up and helped the goalie up and went, good save. You didn't really see that day, and I think that showed you the kind of respect he has for that goalkeeper, because he was playing balls out, and Cosgrove was one of those players that just had chance after chance after chance, but it just never went in for him, and it was very, very frustrating for him. But strikers have these days, and unfortunately Cosgrove had one of them for Aberdeen, because how many did he have? 4 or 5 in the game?
4 or 5 good opportunities, yeah.
Definitely. But next time we're going to speak about is going to be the Hedges booking for a dive. So I want to go around everyone, and we'll end with Gogsy because he's the technical referee, as Gogsy talk about. Look, doesn't have a fucking clue. No, you can take notes. So we'll start with yourself then, Div. Do you think that Hedges was diving, or do you think it was a mistake by the referee?
Do you know what? It's always hard to say, isn't it, in terms of we only get like one angle most of the time.
It's the shittest angle in the world.
It's the shittest angle, mate. Honestly, you need to watch it about 10 times to even get a decision on this. I think this was a hard one for the ref, but I think it was a dive. I think he's went down too easy, and I think it was a good decision for the referee on this occasion.
Definitely, I agree with you. It looked like a dive just by the way that he kind of threw himself. Then it looks from the one angle that you do see, it looks like he kicks the Hibernian defender midst on his way down. Ryan, what did you think?
I'm on the same tree as Div. Same tree. That's not a saying. But I'm on the same tree anyway.
He's made it himself.
I know. I just made myself.
The same boat, mate. The same boat.
I don't know where tree. I think I went to tree to train. Mate, I'm still pissed for you.
Still drunk for the
night. That's it. But I agree. Div's put it all spot on. I mean, can't really add much more. I think it's a dive.
Yeah, I'm on the same tree as well.
Same tree. The decision is final.
Right, we need to leave this alone. All right, let's branch to the next game, boys. Let's do it.
Hey!
It's a big game, eh? It's a big game. We're moving on to then.
Right, on you go then, Sharp Div.
Oh, I wouldn't like to start. I'm not going to lie. I would like to pass it over to Gogsy to give us a. We're no bias, but to just use an outsider perspective. Let us know. Yeah, I'm not going to rhyme first. That's for sure.
Oh, trust me, I'd love to pass over Gogs if you like.
Gogsy's moment.
Right, so
you in it? Oh God.
Right, so the Old Firm yesterday, the cup final. Obviously, Celtic won their 10th trophy in a row. Sorry,
Gogsy, come on! I've give you this moment to tell me that. I've give you this moment to shine, and you're going on about 10.
I thought, in terms of a game I've watched live, that was the biggest robbery I've ever seen. It was completely all
You've killed
Rangers.
CJ. You've murdered CJ here.
Jesus Christ, mate, I need to fuck off.
He's away. Right, continue.
Mute the mic, CJ. This is the plan, isn't it? They get to talk about Celtic winning a cup and one of you fake your bloody death. That's been the plan all along.
No, mate, you seen that tongue?
No, actually, I think I'll be sick of it. So more in favour. I've been dogs and continue on. You go, son.
Aye, so obviously Forster made a fantastic save after about 10 minutes from Ryan Jack.
Bro!
Then Rangers just kept the pressure going, and Forster was in unbelievable form.
Inspired form. Unbelievable.
Yes.
La Gran Maria.
Also the save he made just from Morelos as well was top class, because as a striker you're taught to header the ball down the way. He did everything right apart from score, and that was just the case for Morelos the whole game. And I'm almost wanting to say that Morelos had the best game possible for Celtic.
Very good, very good. Do you know what? See, when you watch back, we'll get on to Morelos, I'm sure, but see if you watch back just these chances and you cut it right before the finish, this boy's dominated. He scored 6 at least, do you know what I mean, with the chances that he had and stuff like that. And kind of my perspective on the game, obviously, it's really, really disappointing. You're labelling it a robbery. Oh my God. Maybe we could look at it in that. When the
only shot on target was offside.
Exactly. Before the game, when I looked at it, honestly, you can look at Edouard and you can look at Morelos. Well, obviously, Edouard didn't start, and you can compare them, how it's going. I broke it down to midfield, and I thought that this was going to be won and lost with Stephen Davis and Scott Brown, to be quite honest. Whoever could take charge of this game and control it, I thought was going to come out victorious. You
mean Ryan Jack?
No. Before the game, Stephen Davis.
Sorry.
So getting into it, I thought that. So when Stephen Davis, we found out that he was injured, I was like, oh my God. I trust in Ryan Jack a lot, of course, but this one for him was a Rangers career-defining performance. If he was able to step up and just control that midfield and play the way that he did end up playing, it was a Rangers career-defining performance for him. But obviously, at the end of that, you need to win, don't you? You need to pick up the trophy or the 3 points or whatever. But I've just got to say, start to the end, Rangers, I thought, were magnificent. Steven Gerrard in his post-match said that his players couldn't do any more for him other than his striker putting it in the back of the net, obviously. But there was just one man, wasn't there? There was one man that stood in between that, and it was Fraser Forster. It's got to be, it can never compare to his performance versus Barcelona. It's got to be a close second. Because that guy, definitely. The frame of him, I don't think any other Celtic player in recent, Celtic goalkeeper in recent memory saves him. The Ryan Jack one, wow, some save. A couple of the other ones, I think even the ones with the feet, I think that goes in with Scott Bain, the goals. And then he obviously saves the penalty. He was in inspired form.
Even the one where he slide challenged it after a sort of rebound in the box, he actually slide challenged like Scotty Arfield to get the ball cleared away. I thought he was in inspired form, and he was the only Celtic player that really turned up in the final, if you actually think about it, compared to the Rangers players. Yeah. But he was honestly unbelievable. Sometimes you come up against that. We've all seen our teams come up against a goalie who just plays absolutely balls out, and unfortunately for us, it happened to be in a final, and Fraser's sickeningly good.
I've got a couple more comments to make.
On you go, mate. Fire on.
We hand over to Ryan. I just want to say that Edouard made the difference when he came on.
Connor Golson kicking him made the fucking difference. What was all that about?
No, but Edouard created the free kick opportunity, and he also created that massive chance Celtic had to make it 2-0, in which who was it? Johnson. Should have scored, but for him, man. He took an extra touch, and that really ruined the chance for him.
Go even say in that situation, I thought Alan McGregor done well just to feint and keep himself big, just to almost make him choke, which he did do, obviously.
And for the goal, there may be however many Celtic players offside, but I think it's still by about half a boot, and without VAR, that is such a difficult call to make.
I don't think it is, mate. I genuinely don't, because if you're a linesman, you're looking across that, you see a line of blue and you see a line of green, and it's I don't think it's any harder. Do you know what I mean?
I've not looked into it at all. What's this whole nonsense about Highlanders Horn or something?
There's some of your fellow fan base, Ryan, is Twitter trying to say that Highlanders hand
played the most.
I know. I've been getting very mixed. I've just been the whole thing. We'll move past it. Just keep going with what you're saying. I'll come in.
Can I just say, by the way, the hand can't keep someone on side. You should know that by watching the VAR this season in the Premier League. The hand.
It's not a goal scoring. Like it's not a whatever. You can't slow it, so you can't
play the ball with the hand. So
exactly,
that's irrelevant.
I know it's an irrelevant argument.
And Bache sent this in, by the way, just like you can, because you can Bache likes his rules. So he went, this is for the official rule book. So this is from Bache. Doesn't upload much these days, but he says a player is offside if any part of the head, body, or feet is in the opponent's half, excluding the halfway line, and any part of the head, body, or feet is nearer to the opposition goal than both the ball and the second last opponent. The hams and arms of our players, including the goalkeepers, are not considered. So yeah, Bache FC. Just want to confirm that, but
exactly. Rangers also touch on that. Rangers had a penalty shout where there was a tackle made by Scott Brown on Alfredo Morelos. Ryan,
exact same challenge in the Ross County game.
What was your view on that, Ryan? I'm interested to hear
on the non-given penalty.
The non-given penalty. Do you think that was a penalty or not?
See, I've only watched it back once. That was a small one. I'll try to keep it as unbiased as possible. The only time I've watched it back, I can understand why it's not been Gein. In all honesty, kind of just rushes into it. But you've seen stuff like Gein, you've seen stuff like no Gein.
Remember last week, Ryan, in the Ross County game, Ryan Christie gets pretty much kicked in the back of the legs. It's the exact same, but
I've watched it back once. I really would need to go back and watch a game before, because I don't want to come out and say, I don't want to sound biased and say no, it's not a penalty. I don't want to say aye without being 100%.
I can say as well, the BT Sport referee says that he believed that it wasn't a penalty.
Because
that was his verdict on it.
Laughing about it.
But Stephen Craigan in commentary was fuming, and the rest of them were thinking it was a penalty. Me personally, I thought it was a penalty because he makes contact in the back of Alfredo Morelos.
It's very, very difficult, obviously, being at the other end of Hampden
of course, I
the penalty. So the only two times I've seen it, once was this morning, still hungover, and the other was actually in the stadium, which I couldn't make. I didn't even know it was a thing until this morning. I never knew it was actually a call till this morning. Like yesterday when it happened in the stadium, I was like, I couldn't tell you. In all honesty,
I had the luxury of being able to watch the actual live footage, the live game, and then right in front of me was the journalist part in the hospitality. So I had a TV which was hospitality.
Fucking show it to me again. Fucking.
Aye, but the live stream of the game is literally 10 seconds behind live play. So I got to literally see the moment happen and then look down, and I thought it was a penalty at the time because he's literally pushed him over. And he's not playing the ball on anything.
His right leg also makes contact with Alfredo Morelos' leg.
Mm-hmm.
But something we've talked about previously on the show, Ryan, when we aren't being biased, is how good Fraser Forster is at saving penalties. This is something we talked about a couple of weeks ago when it was just our show.
Just a unit, that's why.
I tell you 100%, no word of a lie, true story about the penalty yesterday. It's not that interesting, but I thought I'd throw it in anyway. The minute Morelos stepped up behind
I knew it was missing as well.
I knew he was missing it.
I didn't know he was missing it. I didn't know he was missing it. What I did say though was, and nobody lied. The only thing I said to my pal was, I have 100% confidence that Fraser's saving this. 100%. There was not a single doubt in my mind. I didn't know if he was going to sky it.
Is that his third one?
I think so. His third, and he was unlucky. I think he saved basically every penalty has been taken into him. And he was unlucky against Hearts because it was a rebound that was scored after actually saving the penalty. But that is honestly never the lie. The only words I said was, everybody's obviously sitting there turning away and know what I watch. So I said 100% confidence that he will save this penalty. Not just because his performance, he's just on that day, but which is, I've not spoken about yet. I could speak all day about it. Just his penalty saving ability is unbelievable, just purely because he's height.
He literally just needs to tip over. He's at the fucking goal post.
He's a good keeper as well. But
for recent memory, Morelos has hit one penalty for Rangers, and it was one this season. He put it bottom left, they put it right in the corner, and he's obviously stepped up for this one, cup final, and he's tried to do it again. It's a poor penalty, and if you watch it back as well, Morelos has a wee glance up. He looks at the goalie, puts the head down. He's made his decision, and the goalie goes. He's gone. Do you know what I mean? So he's actually it's not even been in terms of he's had it or whatever, and then he's reacted. He has read that situation, knowing he's going to go that way. He's dived that way, and he saved it. And the thing about Forster as well, which I think is different for a lot of Celtic goalkeepers in the past, is the fact that see when he makes a save, it goes 50 yards into orbit. See, because his structure, like his absolute stature or whatever, when he makes a save, it's flat, it's away, isn't it? And it's very difficult to pick up a rebound and stuff. And you've seen that with a penalty as well. You've seen it with a number of the other ones. And he's doing ninja kicks and everything. You're just like, what's happening here? What is happening? Morelos can do anything more to score in this game.
The only thing
left, right, header, penalty.
It's just brilliant. Like, honestly, I can't describe obviously
his goal scoring against Celtic for me is irrelevant to a certain extent because it's going to come eventually.
He's a fantastic goal scorer. There's no. But it's a lovely running joke. It really is. It's a lovely running joke. But we're still waiting. I mean, if there was any time to do it, you thought it was going to be yesterday with the chances that he had. I seen somebody, one of your fans, CJ, in the comments talking about how they thought he was too greedy yesterday, he was too urgent. And there was a comment earlier that I heard in one of the interviews, somebody saying, he likes to, like, with the penalty, for example, when he has an actual shot at the game, he loves to smash it, make sure it gets in. But with this, he tries to, he tries to like kind of place it in the bottom corner. And it really, like, I think, I don't want to take anything away from him as an actual goal scorer because he's great. But against Celtic, there's some sort of, I don't know if it's the psychological aspect of the derby for him or something, but he cannot get himself into this game, no matter how many.
He can get himself into the game, mate. He's always in the game. He's always in the game. That's irrelevant.
He's in the game, but they're in probably wide.
Of course. And I don't know if it is that psychological thing. I don't want to pinpoint that. The only time you could really say in that game that he completely bottled it was the penalty. Because the other opportunities, they're hard opportunities. For Alfredo Morelos, he usually makes them look easy. Especially a couple of the ones where he's backing into the defender and he turns them, especially in the 92nd minute. That's bread and butter, Morelos. And we're talking about inches. And Morelos is his best when he doesn't have a lot of time to think. He's instinctive. He goes after the defender, he spins, he usually puts it in the net. On another day, I think he scores them. Is it psychological? Maybe it is in his head. But to say he's not in the game, I think that's far-fetched because
he's in the game.
He dominated in terms of getting himself into that position. His movement was sensational. He had chances with his head. He had chances with his right foot, his left foot.
He's definitely in the game, but there's got to be that point where, you look to your striker.
There's going to be a point where he steps up and he becomes a Rangers player in a big game, in a cup final. That's it. He's done
well in Europe. He's done well domestically throughout the rest of the season. It's just this game, this fixture. That's like, obviously it's a good running joke for Celtic fans. I mean, Morelos can't score against us. But I've really never looked into it as much until this morning. I watched the fully put together Celtic fan combination of every miss he said against Celtic. And there's a point where you sit and you get to like the 10th miss in the video and you think to yourself, God, because these are bad misses. A lot of them are bad misses.
Some of them are bad misses.
Some of them actually blow my mind. Like, I don't think it's even on. It's like fate or something must come to it because some of them are just like how. The one that always comes to my mind is the one where Bain goals at Ibrox, the 88th minute. How in the name of God? Like,
can I just say?
On you go, mate. Because we've been talking for a while. I'll take the floor.
I know. I'm fucking trying to get involved, but I just can't not shout louder. I just want to say also, like a couple of hours after your team was a cup final, making a compilation about a Rangers player.
I mean,
it was actually made this morning. CJ was celebrated first, right?
So, okay, mate. That's a bit embarrassing.
Made this morning.
Kids, I've never ever went back and went, let's make a compilation of Celtic players. And
I believe somebody requested.
That takes some doing, doesn't it?
It might not even be a Celtic. It might have not even been.
That's a new rule.
That's quite embarrassing. I just want to say, where is the line where the striker plays shite and the goalkeeper plays good? Because we're all praising Fraser Forster for save, but then the other side is saying, Morelos is shite, he should be scoring. There's like a fine line. The only one I think Morelos should definitely score is when Arfield passed him in and Morelos kind of just drills it straight.
There's a lot of chances, I remember in the game as well, there's a lot of chances Morelos just flat out misses. A lot of Forster saves came for other players as well, and they've granted a lot of Morelos, but Morelos put a few wide and early bar and stuff as well, like maybe not even just in this game, talking other games, but specifically in this game.
It's funny because the ones that he fluffed out the lines, I'm not even counting them as his chances, but it just goes to show the amount of chances that he had there. Every major chance, and sometimes you're looking for your other players to step up and have a chance. So every single chance is falling to this guy. And Sometimes you're just looking for another guy, a midfield runner. I thought Ryan Jack gave that at times. I thought our midfield was really good, but sometimes you just don't need that wee bit something special for somebody else when it's no going for your man up top. I think Ryan Kent could have maybe been that man. Yesterday it wasn't really his day. Never got in the ball much. And he's
and the right
position.
wing's useless.
And the right wing's a problem for us that we need to address. Maybe Jordan Jones can come in there and or Kent can go right. But I think the right wing's a problem for Rangers that we need to address.
I just want to say as well, just to wrap up before we move on to the players, because I'm fucking really struggling.
Speak on this game.
All right. Please make it quick.
Just go to the I'll save my short summary for the end of the thing. Since
perfect. So the last thing we're going to be saying about the game is obviously I kind of summed up in my video. I went an offside goal separates one-sided Old Firm, but you look at it, Rangers need to be taking a chance. But Fraser Forster stepped up and made sure Celtic didn't lose. Exactly what we said about Marciano in the Hibs game, making save after save and save until his team managed to get the goal and sort of take away for the game. So it was like I said earlier on today, but it was a kind of week for goalkeepers. I thought even the Livingston goalkeeper played very, very well against Kilmarnock and a couple of the saves as well. So unfortunately, it was the weekend for goalkeepers, and unfortunately, our goalkeeper wasn't one of them because he only had one shot on target and it was offside. So it's fucking a bit annoying. But anyway.
It's also mind-boggling when you look at it. How do you move forward for this? It's going to be hard for Rangers players.
What do you say?
Exactly. Yeah. To psychologically bounce back for this as a Rangers player, it'll be hard. I think we'll see what they're made of going forward. There's some tough games, but it will be hard for Rangers to bounce back for this psychologically. It shouldn't have any effect on the league performances because it's irrelevant if you think about it. But it's so mind-boggling to me how you move forward for this because on the one hand, Celtic are victorious, but they played probably the worst they've played all season. They were dominated start to finish, but they still won. And Rangers, on the flip side, probably had one of their best performances. Just when he fought for them for a goal. It's such a weird one.
You're not even
and it's just all down to mindset.
The stuff that I want to say.
That's both sides though. That's just
that's how good we are, potential sponsors. Do you see? This is how good we actually are. Right, let's move on to. We're going to be making a wee bit of difference. We're going to go for goal of the week as standard, but then we're going to be
one quick wee thing.
What do you go
about the game? Just very quickly.
He's got a speech, guys. On you go, son.
Oh, sorry. Would you go?
I would normally have a speech.
Right? Sorry, but
I feel like all my rights to speak have been stripped here. But no, I'm joking.
You spoke a lot.
I know I've actually spoken a wee bit, but 10 in a row. Not rub it in. That's not rub it in. 10 in a row. Fantastic achievement for us. Fantastic achievement for Celtic. I think it's something we can't take for granted. But in the situation, just as very quickly, Div has touched on, and I don't want to turn into a speech even no more. Celtic played their absolute worst yesterday, and yes, Rangers fans will be rightfully upset that they didn't, take advantage of that, and we were throw the word lucky around, but it's the stuff champions.
You need luck in the cup final, mate.
If it was the other way about, yous would have been partying for days if you won that cup yesterday. If it was vice versa. So it happens.
To be fair, if we scored an offside goal and go utterly dominate that, there'd be more fucking death threats sent for your lot to the referees. We just have to move on.
Honestly, you've got to. It's just why he wants to take on the chin. But as Div already said, Celtic played their absolute worst yesterday. I have seen them play, especially at Hampden. I've seen them play.
But you don't need to give Rangers credit for making them get on the back.
Credit to Rangers for playing well.
No.
Yesterday, but it just goes to how as much as Rangers have improved under Steven Gerrard. This isn't one of these ones I'm actually arguing. It's just a general point, general question that I think a lot of people in the media and stuff will be raising. Are Rangers really as close as what they think they are to Celtic at the minute? Yes, they played very well.
Did you watch that game? How drunk were you?
If they can't beat, Celtic have just got that key that I think mentally, psychologically, Celtic are just still ahead of what Rangers are now. I think things still look hectic for Rangers. I think over it, but I don't know what it is. And on the park, despite playing really well, just that wee bit. And Celtic managed to keep it calm, managed to keep it cool and see out the win with 10. Look, Celtic had 10 men in the park as well. Got to remember that. Rangers, yes, they have improved, but are they going to? We'll see how the season goes. There's still 6 months to go.
I don't think Fraser Forster's going to play that standard every game. That's the thing I would say.
I think Fraser Forster's a good keeper.
Is he going to have a game of the season?
He's not going to have their performances come and go. He's done it against Barcelona. He's done it against Rangers now. He's done it in Europe. He's done it in Europe as well. He's had a few top performances. This is like the second best performance I've ever seen him have in a Celtic shirt. But I still I think we'll wait and see what happens for the rest of the season. But do Rangers move on and show that they are on par with Celtic, or is that I say, because that's twice now this season. We've got another one at the end of the month. It could be 3-0 Celtic by the end of this month. There still is the question that Celtic are on another level, and you could say they actually win a cup, but there's still a lot to go.
Rangers need to win something.
I think Rangers has the win something.
I think Rangers has the perfect opportunity to show how they can bounce back and how mentally tough they are by the game on Thursday, which is absolutely massive versus Young Boys. Obviously, that's not what we're going to talk about today, but I think that test that you and Dibs actually talked about is going to be on Thursday night. We're going to see how Rangers respond. But again, let's turn our attention to the goal of the week, and then also we're changing the slide. That's going to be players of the week, not the Spfl players of the week. So let's go for goal of the week then, boys. What we thinking? We'll start with yourself then, Div.
I'm going to go with McPherson for St Mirren because the amount of chances that they had, they potentially could have shot a blank and no scored in the match. But McPherson stepped up. He had an awesome game as well, and his finish was superb. So I'm giving it to that man.
Ryan.
What was the question again? I was looking through comments on the phone.
Goal of the week.
Goal of the week. Goal of the week. The goal of the week for me, I have given to Flo Canberry.
Yeah, so it was a bit.
But just the way he beats off the Aberdeen, that sounded very
beats
good.
off.
Beats off. The way he gets past the Aberdeen defenders and
some vernacular you've got right.
Ooh, that's a big one. Gogs, before we finish up, just in case you think I'm going to copy, in case you choose the one I'm going to be choosing, but I think Chris Long's goal was very good because you've got the good build up, you've got the nutmeg, but then the finish, which I don't think we really spoke about enough. If I'm honest, it's a left-footed first-time finish, right in the top bin. Like, it couldn't get anywhere at the top corner. I thought that was actually a fantastic finish, so that's going to be by.
Keeper was waving at it on his way out.
When you go, Gogs, say your goal, mate.
Well, I was going to go for that, but I'm going to change it to Martin Boyle first goal.
Because that
pass by Scott Allen and the pace of Boyle beating the keeper.
Composure as well made it when he just dink it over the goalkeeper. Fantastic finish. I thought he was fantastic. It's just keeping him fit. It's fit. If he can stay fit, he can be a very, very dangerous player. But let's go over to our 5 players of the week then, shall we? And we'll start with yourself, Ryan.
Okay, in order from 5 to number 1, I have decided to go with number 5. He's in again for another shout. Flo Canberry, I've got him in. Number 4, I've got McPherson of St Mirren. At number 3, I have got Wallace of Livingston. Number 2, I've got Martin Boyle again of Hibs. And at number 1, there was nobody else I could put. It's Fraser Forster.
Yeah, that's right. I'll go next if he's there about. I put number 5, I went with Boyle for Hibs. Number 4, I went Lawless. Number 3, I've actually given Marciano a wee bit of a shout there because I thought he was fantastic. Sam Cosgrove's a very good goal scorer, but it seemed to match him. Number 2, I went with Dykes, who I thought was honest. He was involved in every goal, got a goal and an assist. I thought he was outstanding in the game, robbed of a couple of other assists. And number 1, annoyingly, I wish I didn't have to say this, but it has to be Fraser Forster. One of the best goalkeeping displays I've seen in a very long time. The bastard. Big streaky pish. Go back to Southampton, you wanker.
Yeah, don't say that. It's all right. His contract expires. You'll see more of him next season.
What's happening to Bain then? But anyway, what's happening? He just gets sold?
He won't get sold, I imagine.
Who the fuck would buy him?
Gordon's going to retire.
Has he not got Hearts or something?
No, I imagine he'll stay because Gordon will retire sometime in the next 2 years. Bain will become the backup keeper and we'll sign Forster on a permanent deal in the summer when his contract expires at Southampton.
Gogs, your top 5, mate. Now I'll read out a couple of the people's.
My top 5: McPherson, Jermaine Hilton for his fantastic performance on Saturday, Stephen Lawless, Martin Boyle, and Fraser Forster.
Definitely. Dev, you mind reading these out if I click them, mate? I'm fucking.
On you go, my man.
On you go.
Cammy McFarlane's went number 5, Marciano, 4 Boyle, 3 Ryan Jack, 2 Dykes, and 1 Forster. So he's went Forster as well. Adam Oliver, Goggsy's best mate, number 5 Boyle, 4 Allen, 3 Lawless, 2 Hilton, and Forster again.
And the last one we'll read out.
The last one, Big Bob Steele. He's went number 1 Forster, number 2 Jack, and didn't see any other games. So that's great for you there, Bob. Thank you.
Cheers, Bob.
Hopefully you've learned a wee bit about them for watching the show, my man.
Right, hopefully. Right, let's go for predictions, Ryan, if you don't mind, mate.
Right, okie. So I've lost the sheet for last week's predictions as we previously discussed the show. So I have to go back.
I think we got everyone wrong, apart from obviously you picking Celtic and I was picking Rangers.
So that's obviously great. Right, so I'm just going to write out the games as we as we go through them. And the first one is going to be Aberdeen against Hamilton at Pittodrie. CJ, would you like to kick us off?
Yeah, I'll keep this one short and sweet, just like Gogsy. I'll go with 2-0 Aberdeen.
2-0 Aberdeen is the prediction. I'm going to go with a 3-0 Aberdeen win for my prediction. Div?
I'm going to go 1-0 to Aberdeen.
No, Aberdeen. And Gogsy, when you're quite done laughing, your prediction also.
3-0 Aberdeen.
3-0 to Aberdeen, the same as me. On you go, CJ, if you're reading out some.
Div, again, mate.
Right. So, 0510285446 he's went with Aberdeen 3, Hamilton 1. Lewis McLean, Aberdeen 3, Hamilton 0. Everybody going with Hamilton, going with Aberdeen. And Cal McCracken 3-1 to the, it's a sheep emoji. Connor Mitchell 3-1 Aberdeen. Mike G 2-0, the sheep.
And the last one.
Chrissy Ladyweed 0-0. So he's picked this one as his 0-0 for the week. There's always one, isn't there, boys?
There's always one. There's always one.
This week, it's not going to be that, I imagine. Right, okay, moving on to the next prediction then. This will be an exciting game. We've got Hearts against St Johnstone at Tynecastle.
Can I go first?
We're going to be... I was going to go Gogsy, but do you want to go, Div?
That's my 0-0. I need to get in there before anybody else gets in. That's
my
0-0.
I hate you because that's my 0-0 as well. That's
I hate you too.
Go for my 0-0.
Boy, Ryan, I hate you. Div, I like you. That's my 0-0 as well.
Jeez, is it going to be a full house, Gogsy? What is your prediction?
The managerial bounce, I believe, will be enough for Hearts. I think it'll be 3-1 to Hearts.
3-1.
It's quite ironic that the 1-0 for this week would have been Rangers and Celtic if the referees done their job right, eh? Like, who would have fucking guessed that? Like, I don't think any of us would have
and I feel Striker done his job right, I know, but it'd have been about 3 or 4.
Manager as well.
Adamski, Gaming, 1 each. Billy K, 2-1 Hearts. Chrissy Ladyweed again, 1-0 to Hearts. Wolf Einstein, Jabbles 1, St J's 1. And Athena Unicorn, 4-0 to the Saints.
And the channel legend who tunes in every week.
Peter Ramsey, you legend. Hearts 1, St Johnstone 1.
Also,
right.
Chrissy's...
Dev, I'm a bird, cheeky.
That's a lassie.
Alright, hi Chrissy.
Right, okay.
He's taken, by the way.
Moving on, Ross County.
He's single and he'll take anything he can get, by the way.
Right, so...
He's not wrong.
Ross County taking on Kilmarnock and Dingwall. Another exciting one this weekend. What we thinking, CJ? You can go first.
Can you read the teams again, mate?
I believe I said it was Ross County and Kilmarnock. Just had to check.
I'm also going for 0-0 again.
Oh, no.
Don't say that for a weekend like this. Jesus.
Danny, Dev, you're not going for it again, are you?
No, mate.
Right, okay. I'm going to go for a... Tell you what? 2-1 Ross County. I'm going 2-1 Ross County.
Wow.
Div,
that'll be a massive
I'm going the reverse of that. I'm going 2-1 to Killie. I think they'll get their first one in 6, and I think they'll do County.
And Gogsy to finish it off.
This is my 0-0 as well this week.
Oh, frightening. There's always one in there.
Hope usually fucking mind readers are they?
Jack Cardy 2-0 to Killie. Something's popped up on my screen. Matthew Duff 3-0 to Killie. Jamie 98 0-0. That's his 0-0 as well. Ian Moore 3 each Killie. That would be great for them. Great result for Killie. Redwood Squirrel 2-1 to Killie.
And the last one we'll read out is
Cammy McFarlane 3-0 to County.
And he's a Kilmarnock fan as well. That's a bit of a surprise.
He's doing a Gogsy. He's taking the Gogsy approach. That's what he's doing.
I like it.
Yes.
Right, okay. St Mirren Park for another... It's really Saturday's a grim day for matching up here.
Go on,
St Mirren Livingston.
That might be actually all right.
St Mirren might play decently. I think Livy will go out and
battle them.
Try.
St Mirren will try to play football with nice little flicks. Livingston will just fucking batter themselves.
Exactly.
And no 1-3-0 or something, Livingston.
Right, Gogs, on you go.
I'm going for a weird result. 3-1 Livingston.
Oof. All right. Right, Div.
All right.
I'm gonna go with what I said there. I think Livingston are going to win 2-0, but St Mirren are going to be doing fucking overhead kicks and everything. I know, but I'm going 2-0. I'm not going that ostentatious. 2-0.
I'm going the reverse of you this time, and I'm saying 2-0 St Mirren.
I'll be going for 0-0.
Fucking hell, man. These are all balls, honestly.
You're just the Grinch, CJ.
I blame the medication. Bob Steele writes in 1-1. Ding Ding writes in 3-0 to St Mirren. Archie writes in Olivia 3, St Mirren 0.
I like his badge.
Motherwell fan indeed. Rebecca Maholland writes in 2-1 to Olivia, and Lawrence Shanklin, we got 2-1 to Livy. Do you know there's a Livingston song that's been released? Is any that like that just reminded me? Have any heard that?
In the charts?
Is it anything like the Partick Thistles?
No.
Well, it's funny you say that, Ryan, because your boy Grat the Grafter sent me this little nugget of information. Do you want to hear a wee bit? You want to hear a wee bit? This is
I know watch your low copyrighted if you play any.
Oh, this cunt doesn't care what he's doing. It's a Livy song.
We can take that dream and make it our own. Take it step by
If it's the same,
You
ready for this?
Oh my god!
Can I change my prediction? 2-0 St Mirren. 2-0 St Mirren.
Too late. Oh, you
Change it.
Made it now.
Score correction.
And Big Jeff wouldn't be happy if we to change it in the Super 6. Right. Next game. On to Sunday. After the Europa League matches on Thursday night, we are going for the first one. We're going to the Celtic don't really need any, but a win would be nice again.
I know, but
well, obviously we want to end this group, undefeated. Motherwell versus Rangers at Fir Park. Interesting. Gogs, do I go first?
This could be game of the season, in my opinion. But I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw here.
Right, so let me just get things straight here. Every week you always back Diddy teams to go and if it sounds offensive. You back everybody to go and beat you.
No.
3-4-5-0. And when Rangers come along, you're going for 2-0. Do you know what Gog say? I love it. I respect it.
No, I'm a changed man now. I'm back in Scotland, so fuck it.
Right, Div.
3-1 to Rangers.
3-1 to Rangers. I am going to, as much as I would love to say, after the cup final loss and playing in Europe, I think Rangers will still win the game. But very narrowly, I'm going to go for a 1-0 Rangers win at Fir Park, which don't feel like justifies how well both teams can play, but still just going to go for 1-0. And CJ?
I'm not going to obviously tell you my prediction. You're going to have to find out the day before because I'm desperately needing the content. But I will say it's going to be interesting because this is the first time in Motherwell's not really been the hammer throwers for a while. And they play a wee bit of football. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they set up. Are they going to go back to being hammer throwers? Are they going to go back to sitting everyone at the back? I don't know. It's going to be interesting. But that's all we'll say there until the prediction video. We'll read out a couple of the people's as well. Barney Stinson writes in 3-1 to the famous. RDB writes in 2-1. Aldo McNaught writes in 3-0 to Rangers. JVC Cam writes in 3-0 to Rangers. Seems to be a popular scoreline.
Yeah, Athena Unicorns comment on.
Graham Ross, the famous.
I'll take that.
Just the famous.
I like that one.
Full-on Rangers.
Nicholas for Adam's game, and the last one reader writes in Ben7991. He writes in Aberdeen 3, Hamilton 2.
And finally, then to end off the predictions, Celtic are back at Celtic Park as they take on Jack Ross's Hibs. So, an interesting game there. CJ, would you like
so you'll be happy either way, Ryan?
Oh, no, I won't be happy unless.
If we're going to drop points, it may as well to be my other team. That's how Ryan sees it. I'm quite interested in this one.
People are going to actually watch this for the first time, and they're all going to assume I genuinely support both teams.
They love them, to be fair.
You literally said, they love them, to be fair, literally 30 minutes ago. Just to give it very short and sweet, Jack Ross doesn't lose many big games. If you check his Sunderland record and all that, there was a lot of draws in there. So I actually see this one being a draw. And I think Scott
last
Allen.
time he came to Celtic Park, I believe we won 4-1, if I remember rightly.
Who was he the manager of then?
St Mirren.
There's a bit of a difference there.
Yeah.
I think Scott Allen's going to be extra motivated as well. I think he's going to come out there and start pinging passes. And Canberry's on the form. You've got Deutsch, Dane Doyshanks, what a goal scorer, what an athlete. And you've got Boyle for attacking the pace. So it's going to be interesting to see what Celtic team plays on Thursday. That's going to quite drastically change it if they rest everyone. But I think they'll still put out a decent team on Thursday. And I don't know, I'm going to go for a 1-each draw.
1-1 draw. I'm going to go for 4-0 Celtic.
It's the biggest scoreline you went for in a while.
4-0.
What's that all about?
Because I think on Thursday we're going to, send out just nothing too special. Just go.
Are you guaranteed top spot?
We've got the top spot.
Yeah, they're guaranteed top.
Don't see us wasting many of the best players. You know what? Focus on heading into the winter break with as many points, more than Rangers as possible. And I think, as well as Jack Ross has done, if we play our best team on Sunday, I think we will.
Hibs are one of the teams that always seems to play well against Celtic.
They always. This is the first time I think I've ever predicted Celtic to beat Hibs with such ease.
That's what I say. I couldn't believe it.
But I just have a feeling it's just in there. I have a feeling that on Sunday they're just going to go right back to business. Let's extend this gap. I mean, it's obviously only 2 points or whatever.
2 points, right.
But try and extend it. Obviously, that depends on the other results as well. But just keep rolling.
Right. Next up, sorry, is it yourself, Gogsy?
I'm going to go with a 2-each draw.
Wow, that's the same as me, Gogsy. That's mine. Canberra likes a game against you. I think he would be a key player in this game as well. One to watch. He loves a goal against Celtic, so I think it's going to be interesting.
We'll read out a couple of the people. JVC Cam 96 writes in Celtic 3 Hibs 2. Ben writes in Killie 2-0.
Killie 2-0. That's useful.
Alan Chalmers writes in 2-1. Bob Steele writes 2-2, so he agrees with Gogsy and sharpdiv. Wolf just as a smiley face, so smile back. Gogsy, smile to him. Doesn't even smile back to me. That's fucking shocking. Jamie 98 writes in 3-2 at Celtic, and David Russell is the last one. He actually goes 2-1. Hibs. That's a bit of a surprise. Quite a lot of Hibs loving the chat there. I wonder why that is.
I wonder why.
But yeah, that's been an interesting episode of the Spfl show. I do apologise for sounding like dog shit, but Dav, you mind doing the outro, mate?
Aye, where can they find you on the internet, CJ?
You can find me at CJ Over 92, lads, right here.
You can find them right here, aye. Exactly where this is happening. What about yourself, Ryan?
They can find me, as it says, over there. Ryan 118. Try use my pen. There we go.
What's your URL again?
No, come on now.
What's your email?
CJ doesn't guess.
Come on, I'm ill, mate. Come on, do it for me.
You can find me on Twitter.
You're on Cloud9, mate. You're on Cloud9. This is the best you're going to feel all season, so just let us know.
Best I'm going to feel us. Plenty more good times to come.
I can't believe you're not even telling me. When I'm this sick, I've came through and done all this show, and you're not going to tell me. That's shocking for you, Ryan. Shocking. But anyway, Gogsy, tell me where they can find you, mate.
On YouTube at Gogsy99, on Instagram at GogsySan.
You want to shout out Miter as well, because you've done it about 7 times throughout the fucking video.
Yeah, shout out to Miter Sports.
Perfect. And I've been CJ Over 92.
Roaster of a boy.
Thank you so much for watching, but bye. And this is the part we're still live, look.
That
let's
was
just